Okay, can y'all hear me? I was having technical issues with my mic previously, so I'm not sure what the deal with my computer is, but I am already stressed out, so this being a problem is not my favorite thing. Um, but I'm hoping that it is working fine. You can hear me. Okay. I'm gonna wait until more people join for a second just to get into the main subject of this because it's important, and I'm going to be going over an article, which is not what I usually do on streams, but yeah, this is like actually kind of insane. So, and I don't know how I didn't know about it because this article is from January. I just someone posted something about it on Twitter, and I looked it up, and I was like, holy fucking shit. So, yeah, but I'm just waiting to have a few more people join before I Jesus, it my phone decided to play the audio because I'm watching the stream chat from my phone. Um, yeah, okay. So I'm just gonna get into it, I guess. So, the title is exactly what the title is. I'm just gonna go over this article. I'm not gonna read the entire thing. I've read the entire article before doing the live, but it's long, so I'm not gonna go over the whole thing. But I'm going to go over some sections of it and, I don't know, talk about it. But whenever people wonder why I'm so against religion and why I have no sympathy for any variety of conservative, this is why, because this is what it turns into. There's not, oh, you're going to find out what it is in this stream. Bear with me. It's not good. Yeah, let's just get into it. I'm going to start reading it. In 2023, women of childbearing age, young adults, children, African Americans, undocumented immigrants, and other marginalized communities have the most to lose if Donald Trump wins a second term because he's coming for us. Trump, aided and abetted by far-right extremists, MAGA supporters, and remnants of the Republican Party, pose a clear and present danger to the country. They are gearing up to reassert racial and political dominance by upending the political system, eviscerating the rule of law, wielding the unconstrained power in service of the interests of the far-right conservatives and Christian nationalist minority. The instrument they plan on to use to implement this strategy is Project 2025. In a nutshell, as Harold Meyerson explained in a recent article, Project 2025 is a blueprint for a conservative presidency. That is undermining what it is, as we will see. I'm going to go just talk about what it is. Project 2025 is a sweeping right-wing blueprint for the next Republican president, Trump or not, to run the country for the foreseeable future. Funded by the Heritage Foundation, Koch brothers, and vast and secretive dark money network, the project has recruited at least 80 far-right organizations and entities to the cause. Conservatives plan to defund the Department of Justice, dismantle the FBI, break up the Department of Homeland Security, and eliminate the Department of Education and Commerce. The 30-chapter, 920-page tome says. The president would have, quote, complete power over the quasi-independent agencies such as the FCC, which makes and enforces rules for television and internet companies that have been the bane of Trump's political existence for the last few years. And they want to ensure that what remains of this slashed-down bureaucracy is reliably MAGA conservative, not just for the next president, but for a long time to come, and that the White House maintains in total control of it. Project 2025 offers proposals to deregulate targeted industries, privatize government functions, and help American corporations make more money at the expense of American workers, the middle class, and everyone except for the oligarchs and 1%. Again, I'm not going to be reading the entire article. It's linked in the description, but it gets significantly worse than this, so I want to kind of go over the basics of this, and then we can go dig through it a bit. But the article is linked below. I recommend you go read the whole thing because I'm not going to be covering the whole thing. I'm going to hit my vape because this is, yeah. Writing recently on Truth Social, Trump said, Republicans are already thinking of what we are going to do to Biden and the communists when it's our turn. He elaborated further. We pledge to you that we will root out the communists, Marxists, fascists, and the radical left thugs that that live like vermin within the confines of our country and that lie and steal and cheat on elections, Trump said in a recent speech. They'll do anything, whether legally or illegally, to destroy America and to destroy the American dream. The threat from outside forces is far less sinister, dangerous, and grave than the threat from within. Our threat is from within. This is an anti-democratic, illiberal move to upend the U.S. Constitution and government should be cause for deep concern. I am not alone in fearing that if Trump gets back to the White House, there may not be a free and fair American election again any time in my life. Astonishingly, a year before the 2024 contest, Trump is running away with the presidential nomination despite being impeached, indicted 4 times, and charged with 91 felonies in state and federal courts. He leads the pack even though his former officials warned the electorate not to vote for him, and despite being called morally bankrupt and lethally incompetent by a former Trump White House official. Author and legal analyst James Zirin said in an op-ed in The Hill on November 13th that Trump wants to terminate the Constitution to restore himself to power, an insurrectionary act and of itself that would I'm losing my train of thought. The power that would be in the hands of the president with neither checks nor balances. I'm going to go to the Wikipedia because there is something that is not addressed in this article. I know Wikipedia isn't the best source, but it is a good overview. So there it is. As the leader of the Center for, I don't know if this is a typo because it's Wikipedia or something that I don't know what it means, but Rennie wing or right wing, who knows? That's a thing. I don't know what it is. Russell Vought has spearheaded an effort to instill precepts of Christian nationalism into government and public life should Trump win a second term. In a 2021 opinion piece, Vought wrote Christian nationalism, quote, recognizes America as a Christian nation, but also makes a commitment to an institutionalized separation between church and state, but not the separation of Christianity from its influence on government and society, which, by the way, is not separation of church and state. They are using church and state because people don't like a lack of church and state, basically. Vought has embraced the idea that Christians are under assault and has sought to use his regular contacts with Trump to elevate Christian nationalism as a focal point in a second administration. And yes, these people do self-identify as Christian nationalists. If you heard any quote from what the hell is her name? Marjorie Taylor Greene, they self-identify this way. And I'm not sure if it's cognitively dissonant or if it's just saying the quiet part out loud. But Vought has close ties with another former Trump administration official, Christian nationalist William Wolf, with whom he said he was, quote, proud to work with on scooping out a sound Christian nationalism. Wolf said that on October 23rd, Jesus and Politics conference, that he thought we are getting close to needing to heed the call to arms in defense of Christianity as the art of war becomes a part of our religion, which, by the way, oftentimes in Christian circles, especially evangelical Christian circles, is called theocratic warfare. Something that's also used by JWs. Theocratic warfare is a thing. Sorry, lost my spot. The online manifesto documented by The Beacon identifies Wolf as an editor titled The Statement on Christian Nationalism and the Gospel, which seeks to implement a scripture-based system of government whereby Christ-ordained civil magistrates exercise authority over the American public. Christian nationalist Brad Onshi, who now studies religion and extremism, noted on February 24th that Lance Wallanu and the Apostolic Reformation, who said Trump was anointed, had recently announced he was partnering with Charlie Kirk and Project 2025 member. Anashi observed the speaker Mike Johnson, who, by the way, is a can of worms on his own. I will be talking about Mike Johnson in the stream. Has directed ties to the new I cannot fucking say that word. Apostle with istic at the end. That word, apostle, Reformation. It's literally Handmaid's Tale. That's what we're doing. What we're doing is Handmaid's Tale. That's what this is. I'm going to go over the chat for a second. I have non-white family in the U.S. Yeah, there's a part of me my mom is indigenous, but there's a part of me that's scared that someone's going to think she's Hispanic and try and deport her. Because I don't remember which section of which article this was in, but they are creating internment camps. They intend to create internment camps for quote-unquote illegal immigrants and exercise mass raids on areas that they believe to have illegal immigrants. And obviously things like that do not, first of all, are race-based. They're not going to go off of anything other than how you look. And second of all, even for illegal immigrants, that is World War II Japanese internment camp shit. That's World War II shit. Yeah. Separation of church and state is a constitutional right, but they want to modify the Constitution. They also want the executive branch, aka the president, to have complete control over the FCC, which regulates what is online and what is in news media and shit. So, there's also a bunch of shit they want to deregulate. Basically anything that would prevent climate change as well. So if we don't die from this shit, then we die from fucking climate change. I'm going to find an article that I had. I wish I had it pulled up. Actually, before I move on to Mike Johnson, this is the website for Project 2025, which I'm just going to go over a bit before we talk about Mike Johnson, because that's tangentially related. This is the website for, like, the official website for Project 2025. So this is not an article about it. This is not something criticizing it. This is their shit. Well, I'll read the homepage first before I go to policy. Obviously, you can see the shit on it. It is not enough for conservatives to win elections. If we are going to rescue the country from the grips of the radical left, mind you, there is no radical left in America. We have two right-wing parties. Where is the radical left? This is fucking reminding me of that Moonwalker song. The TV made me do it. We both need a governing agenda and the right people in place ready to carry this agenda out on day one of the next conservative administration. This is the goal of the 2025 Presidential Transition Project. This project will build on 4 pillars that will collectively pave the way for an effective conservative administration. So we're going to go to policy because I'm not going to subject you all to reading the whole thing. But yeah, no, it's unconstitutional. They want to change the Constitution. Which literally, again, unironically Handmaid's Tale shit. That happens. Like, in that series, in that book. Bro, we have a mass fleeing of people from the USA scared for their lives if this goes in. There's already, like, I mean, whenever Trump got elected, Canada had issues with people massively fleeing the country the first time, so... So I'm not subjecting y'all to their advertising their book. Where is that stupid page that I was reading earlier? Here, we're gonna watch this video from them.
Conservatives exist to conserve the ideals of the American founding.
These ideas are actually the source of our recovery.
On January 20th, when the president puts his hand on the Bible, everything changes.
Our goal is to ensure that the conservative administration that takes...
Everything's Reagan's fault. Fucking unironically. Fucking I don't know if y'all saw it. It was a picture of Ronald Reagan.
In January 2025 is ready on day one.
The next conservative president will only be able to do so with your help.
From the president of the Conservative Partnership Institute,
Vice President of Hillsdale College,
the head of the Office of Justice Programs,
Assistant Secretary for Public Affairs,
Senior Advisor to the President,
Assistant Press Secretary.
You're here to cut government. You're here to do something.
This is straight up propaganda.
the deep state is real.
you want to be someone who knows answers.
As a public servant, you're working on behalf of the American people, the greatest country on the planet.
It's your job to ensure that that power is exercised.
This is like not even subtly propaganda.
In line with the president's will.
This is your chance to truly make a difference.
We're glad you're joining us.
Yeah, that's their little trailer bullshit propaganda video. I'm trying to find this stupid... They have like a little fucking manifesto shit, and I'm trying to find it. Is it this page? I cannot remember where I found it. I should have had it open. I did have it open, and then my stream fucking glitched, and I had to restart my computer, and restart the stream, so we're a little all over the place, and obviously this is pissing me the fuck off. I think this is it. The manifesto is actually a book. I haven't read the whole thing. The action, I literally found out about this like an hour ago. The actions of liberal politicians in Washington have created a desperate need for this unique opportunity for conservatives to start undoing the damage the left has wrought, and will build a better country for all Americans in 2025. No, it will not. It will just for fucking you. It is not enough for conservatives to win elections. If we are going to... Okay, this is the thing that was at the beginning, so we're scrolling past that because I'm not subjecting all to more of this than is necessary. This is the goal of the 2025 Presidential Transition Project. The project will build on 4 pillars that will collectively pave the way for an effective conservative administration: a policy agenda, personnel, training, and a 180-day playbook, which I am not paying for. This project is the effort of a broad coalition of conservative organizations, which we established earlier was 80 of them, that have come together to ensure a successful administration begins in January 2025. With the right conservative policy recommendations and properly vetted and trained personnel to implement them, we will take back our government. The 2025 Presidential Transition Project is being organized by the Heritage Foundation, which we will look at after this, actually, instead of the fucking Speaker of the House. And builds off of Heritage's long-standing mandate for leadership, which has been highly influential for presidential administrations since the Reagan era. We love Reagan, let people die of AIDS, and institute Christian nationalism for the first time on a large scale. Yay. Most recently, the Trump administration relied heavily on Heritage's mandate for policy guidelines, embracing nearly 2/3 of Heritage's proposals within just 1 year in office. So, yeah. That's great. We love fucking Ronald Reagan, right? Bitch is dead. Deserves to be dead. I'm going to go to the Heritage Foundation's website because I don't have all the shit open already. I should have, but not Hertz Corporation. Sorry, I clicked enter too soon. Heritage. I cannot spell. There we go. I'm getting a little tripping over my words reading articles, so I'm actually just going to put this in the description because I'm obviously a little flustered at the moment. But yeah, it's also going to require including in legal states, every abortion to be recorded with the woman's information, the age of the quote-unquote child in their words, the method of abortion, etc. And this is very obviously being done to prosecute people in the future, by the way. And the whole, I mean, the fact that it's literally saying, like, Trump directly saying, like, they should be scared of what we're going to do to Biden and quote unquote the communists. Has no one read that fucking poem? Like, has no one read that fucking poem? Here, let me find it. The World War II poem. I'm trying to find it. First they came for the communists, and I did not speak out because I was not a communist. Then they came for the socialists, and I did not speak out because I was not a socialist. Then they came for the trade unionists, and I did not speak out because I was not a trade unionist. Then they came for the Jews, and I did not speak out because I was not a Jew. And then they came for me, and there was no one left to speak out for me. That poem. Has no one read that? Did we all, like, collectively ignore history class? Because I had, like, the most minimal, insufficient history class ever, and at least I have read that shit. Is no one recognizing that, or do we just like Hitler 2.0 now? Like, is that just a thing that we are happy about? Are we just like, yeah, I know this guy is basically just, like, turning into Hitler. I know that, like, this is a thing that has, like, consistently happened, that there are patterns that arise in fascist regimes. Let's ignore that, though, until it happens, just like every other fucking time it's happened. I'm going to insert an ad right now. I'm trying to do the ads normally because I need to have money. And also for this shit being mentally fucking killing me. So we're going to insert an ad, but I'll be right back. Yeah, okay, so, Casper, the poem that I was reading is in a poem about World War II, about Nazi Germany. It's not something regarding this situation. I just thought it was a relevant piece of history to insert. But, yeah, I mean, it's literally, he calls leftists, in quotations, people that often aren't even leftists, the actual people he's referring to, but nonetheless, vermin. Like, directly the word that he uses is vermin. So, can someone tell me how this is not, like, it's not even subtle. Like, they admit to being Christian nationalists and shit. Do they know what nationalist means? Because, like, it's not a good thing. You can't be do they think that nationalist means patriotic? I don't know if they're fucking saying the quiet part out loud, or if the cognitive dissonance is so deep in their brains that they're getting brain damage, but, like, yeah, I'm freaked the fuck out by this, obviously, because I'm not super coherent at the moment, but I'm gonna open a Monster. I need caffeine. Yeah, I'm sorry for subjecting you all to me, like, reading an article for, like, it's been, like, 23 minutes now. There are various articles. I'm not very good at reading shit out loud unless I wrote it, because then I know, like, exactly what it says, but, yeah, like, I thought that I was safe being in Colorado, after moving, and obviously it's significantly better than, you know, other things, and even if something like this does happen, it will be harder to implement that here, but I don't know, and people have been getting so much more extreme about this that even if he doesn't win and this doesn't happen, I can't imagine what kind of political violence is going to happen if he does not win, whenever this is the mentality of people who vote for him, and that he's already got the nomination for the Republicans. Yeah, I love their username. It's really funny. But when people, like, wonder why I'm so against religion, and, you know, I get, like, conservatives in my comments who will be like, well, I'm more moderate, like, do you hate me? And I'm like, yes, I fucking do. I don't care if you're more moderate. This is what you breed. This is what happens. When people are like, why are you so harsh to Christianity, even the progressive Christians? Why are you so harsh to conservatives, even the moderates? This is why, because it doesn't stay moderate. You can't have something that obscene and not have, and something so objectively untrue where it doesn't mutate into something like this. This happens over and over and over again, and no one wants to see it when it hasn't happened yet. And then everyone's like, oh, this is so shocking. No, it's not fucking shocking. It's angering, it's infuriating, and it's scary, but it's not shocking to anyone who's been paying attention to it or anyone who's affected by it. I mean, I only put in one ad because I don't really think that this is the type of video where I should be repeatedly inserting ads into it. I just am like, I'm drained from this. I need a second, so I might as well put an ad. But also, I don't expect anyone to super chat me. Don't worry. Basically, point is, don't worry about it, Casper. I don't do streams to make money. I'm just talking about this because it's important. Yeah, I'm just like, I can't be sympathetic to, I mean, I can be sympathetic to indoctrination and the fact that obviously shit like this is culty as fuck. People leave their indoctrination, people leave this shit all the time. There's no excuse. There's no more excuses. There's no excuse for believing in things that result in this at all. I don't, again, obviously being a progressive is fucking better than this, but you're a part of this. If you believe in the shit that they're basing this off of, I get it's a warped version of the religion, but if you're believing in the shit that's breeding this, you're part of the fucking problem. And I don't care, you know, like, I appreciate having viewers who are religious and hearing different perspectives to a degree, but I am really, really fucking over trying to appease that shit. I'm not appeasing that shit. You're part of the problem. You're part of the problem that created this. And again, people leave their religions, people deconstruct the bad parts of their religions all the fucking time. So no matter how much I can understand and empathize with indoctrination, Like this is not, I don't feel sorry for shitting on religion. Sorry. I don't want to have any, I don't respect shit whenever it does this. You don't get to say respect my religion. You don't get to say respect my beliefs whenever this is what your shit results in. Yeah, I mean, at this point, at least in America, religion is separating into people who are deconstructing and almost not religious anymore or barely religious to extremists. It's separating like fucking spoiled milk. I don't know. Whenever I say religion here, I'm mostly talking about Christianity. I mean, I do think that religion in general breeds this kind of thing because it breeds ignorance. But whenever I talk about religion in this context, I'm talking about Christianity. And I mean, like, if we want to go outside of Christianity, let's fucking look at is like extremist Islam, right? Like, let's be very fucking clear that America is responsible for a vast amount of the theocratic governments that are Islam, right? Like, that is America. A lot of those places were not like that before we intervened, because it was more convenient and gave us excuses to steal shit from them, right? So I'm not entirely fucking blaming the religion there, because there is a lot fucking more to it that people do not pay attention to with that. But this shit happens. This shit is happening. And it's trying to happen here, which is no fucking wonder, because we do it to other countries all the goddamn time. We do it to countries in South America. We do it to countries in the Middle East. We're doing it to countries in Africa. We're doing it here. Why the fuck would why the fuck would it stop? Right? Like, it's all for fucking profit. This is for profit, right? They don't fucking care about their religion. They know that religion breeds ignorance and believes blind conformity. So they use that religion. Like, we all know Trump is not a fucking Christian person. He said, what did he fucking say? 1 Timothy instead of like 1 Timothy or something like that. I don't know. The point is he's fucking biblically illiterate, right? Like, no one with a brain cell thinks that Trump is like some devout Christian. He's fucking not. He uses Christianity because he knows that it breeds fucking ignorance. And, you know, again, we've been doing that. Like, for example, the thing with the Middle East is because 9/11 happened, terrorism happened, so we decided to basically make up an excuse to go steal oil from them and kill a bunch of people to steal shit and make money from it. This bill, like, or collection of bills, will deregulate a shit ton of industries and privatize a bunch of things that are now public and government-run things. It is for profit, and it's using the ignorance that comes from religion to produce money. It is fucking capitalism. And religion is a part of capitalism, and I don't fucking want to sit quietly about it, and I'm really fucking sick of leftists going around saying, revolution, revolution, let's do this, let's do that, everyone fight, you know, like, stand up, don't be quiet, and then fucking sitting there on their little phones on Twitter. Go to a fucking protest. Go to a fucking protest. The only reason I'm not saying the thing I want to say is because I don't want to get fucking demonetized, but let's do something about Trump. How about that? Let's say it like that. Or Trump, or fucking Mike Johnson, or Ken Paxton, any of them. Someone fucking do something. We fucking had people graffitiing Clarence Thomas's house, right? Take that as you will. I'm not saying the word that I want to say, but I think we all know where I'm going with it. I would like to go to a protest. Yeah, but you're a minor. That's different. Like, I don't go to protests as much anymore because I'm disabled, but I've been to them. Oh, that's awesome. Sorry, my boyfriend came in. That's awesome. How do you draw hands?
I look at him. That was my hand sitting on the iPad.
Oh, I thought it was a cigarette. I'm gonna be real.
Well, it is a cigarette. But
Oh.
Like, I was holding the...
Oh, okay. Well, you just replaced the pen with a cigarette. Okay.
No,
Sorry.
I didn't. I was literally...
I mean, ignore me. I'm still high. And I'm angry. Okay. Ignore me. I am not wording things well.
That was just literally just what I was looking at.
Yeah, I know.
I had a weederette.
Oh, I thought you just replaced, like, well, the pen being in your hand with a cigarette. Okay.
Because that's my left hand, and I don't draw left-handed.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm stream and trying to talk at the same time, and I'm disoriented because I'm pissed the hell off.
Yeah, I could tell. It almost seemed like you were
I'm different high.
to,
Insinuate something that I didn't want to say.
in Minecraft.
In Minecraft, yeah. In Minecraft, someone please shoot Ken Paxton.
Like, you know that they, like, caught on to what that means.
If I get in trouble, I get in trouble. They're not going to actually do shit about it right now anyway, and even if they do, there's bigger problems at that point. Yeah, I mean, I haven't gone to a protest since I moved because my disability has gotten worse, but I've been to a lot of protests. Like, I don't know, do something other than tweeting shit, basically.
Be like me. Make small donations when you can.
I don't know if y'all heard him, but yeah, exactly that.
itch.io is a great place to do donations because they do a bunch of game bundle events in the time of BLM when they were funding a fight for racial justice and equality, I believe. It was a pack of over 1,000 games, and all you had to do was give a minimum of $5. But if you
That's
wanted to
awesome.
give more, you could. So I gave I think 15. And then there was one for abortion rights. There's quite a few.
There's also a lot of small artists who'll do shirts or stickers or things where the proceeds go entirely to things like BLM or there's a, I can't remember what the hell it's called, but there's a Texas abortion fund.
Without getting anything too.
Yeah, like you don't have to get anything. I just want to incentivize people.
There's a lot of things that can incentivize, giving to good causes. So if you want something, check to see if you could get something like that that also gives to a good cause.
Yeah.
Conscious
Also,
about your consumerism.
Yeah. Cloudy, I didn't necessarily mean protest is the only thing I can do. I'm just really tired of people acting like they're radical for making tweets. Like, people who will constantly talk about, how bad capitalism is or Christian nationalism, and all they do is make a tweet.
The black square, which suppresses information.
Exactly. Just buying into trends because it's what looks appropriate as opposed to actually doing something, whether that thing is donations, protests, calling your representative, spreading proper information, spreading resources for other people to donate as opposed to just saying shit and doing nothing about it.
Yeah, and waxing political about it instead of, sharing the things that can actually help the situation. Just being like, man, it really sucks that this is happening.
Yeah, I mean, there's easy as shit things you can do. For example, with Israel and Palestine, there's a website that you go click a button and the ad revenue that you see on the page when you click the button goes to, I think the UNR something. I cannot remember what the hell that charity is, but charity that's giving food to people in Palestine, right? There's small shit you can do other than just, wow, this really sucks. And also, if you have a platform, I don't even have a big platform, but as soon as I fucking found out about this and finished reading, an article and a half, I came to fucking talk about it because I'll use the small platform that I have to talk about it. If you have a platform, then talk about shit. I don't care if people want to go sit and be like, well, my content isn't really about this. If you fucking care, talk about it. You don't have to make a whole video. You don't have to fucking make a community post or some shit, right? I'm annoyed at YouTubers that I like for not talking about this shit because they have a bigger platform than me and they're doing nothing with it. Yeah, I mean, that's fair. If you're not American, obviously you're not going to be super in tune with that. That's understandable. But I mean, for Americans who are sitting there and whining and not doing shit, especially particularly actual leftists who are acting like there's some big radical something or other. What?
No, I'll tell you later.
Oh, I just processed what you said. Yeah, I agree. I have a Tumblr and a Toy House, so I can... Yeah, I mean, I mostly was referring to, bigger content creators who don't do anything useful with their platform. I'm not going to crucify, every person on the internet for not posting about politics, but, there's, people who have platforms who claim to care about this shit, who, don't boost donations or protests or... even hell, again, call your representative, whatever. I sent an email today to the Colorado representatives about Koska, right? Like, do literally something. Literally anything other than just talking. And I will have, whenever this is uploaded, I have some links in the description now, but I will update it after this is uploaded because I'm going to leave this video up with some donation links that I have saved. So, not specifically about this, more just about shit that I mentioned in this video, but... But I mean, like, I showed y'all that video that they have on their website. It's straight up fucking propaganda. Like, I hadn't actually watched that until the stream, so that was, like, live reaction to that, I guess. It's literally propaganda. And like I said, like, earlier, like, there's a part of me that feels bad about, like, or not really bad, but sympathetic towards people who are indoctrinated into shit. But again, people break that indoctrination all the fucking time. I don't care if it's propaganda. Everyone is susceptible to propaganda. Everyone is susceptible to indoctrination.
You are not immune to propaganda.
Yeah, like, you're not fucking special or exempt from hearing that you're doing fucked up shit just because you're indoctrinated. And I'm kind of, again, sick of babying the, like, however many Christian subscribers I have that are, to get them to listen to me, like... You're a part of the problem. Sorry, you're a part of the problem. I don't care if you're, you know, or like this few, like 2 or 3 people who comment on my videos and are like, well, I'm a moderate conservative. Don't care. You're feeding this. I don't care if you're voting for the taxes. I don't care if you're voting for, because you like one specific policy or some shit. I don't care. You're a part of the problem if you are in any way encouraging this. And yeah, again, not nearly as bad if you're a moderate. I'm not going to pretend that they're like one and the same. Doesn't change the fact that you're still a part of the problem, even if you were not the problem in and of itself. I haven't seen anyone aside from this live talking about it. Yeah, I found out about it because one of my Twitter mutuals posted about it, and I went to go look it up and read an article on it. Like, literally, that's the only way that I heard about it. And that article, oh, that's so good. What the hell? Collarbones. Sorry, my boyfriend was showing me a good drawing he did. You didn't even have a reference for that. What the hell? Sorry, I'm trying to not get distracted, but that's impressive.
I'll post it in your server.
Okay, good. Not deleting things. Yeah, I mean, like I said, that article that I was reading at the beginning of the stream was from January. Like, the fact that it's not being talked about when that's from January is, like, shouldn't we be, like, caring about this? Like, why is no one talking about it? Why did I just find out about it now? Can't see it, but I salute your boyfriend. Thank you. Hi, Fox. I've known about this for, like, 4...
I'm posting it in his server, but it is, features tasteful nudity, so it's going in an NSFW art channel.
Fair. Yeah, I think I didn't comprehend what it was, Fox, because I have not, or I didn't remember where I was drunk, because you know me. I didn't remember this at all, and I just read, like, a bunch of shit about it and watched some shit from their website and shit. It's insane. And I'm shocked that, like, especially political YouTubers are not talking about it. I don't know if people just think it's fringe or whatever, but it's like 80 conservative organizations. Basically, every conservative candidate has in some way or another agreed to be a part of this. Like, fucking Mike Johnson is a part of it. The fucking Speaker of the House, like, which, I said I was going to talk about Mike Johnson, earlier because he's, like, clinically fucking insane, but I don't want to read more shit about him, but y'all should look into Mike Johnson. He's, it's shocking to me that someone like that holds such a high political office. I first learned about this on one of the basic leftist YouTube channels. I think it was, I don't know how to pronounce that. I'm not sure who that is, so I guess that's probably why I hadn't seen it. I mean, most of the political YouTubers I watch mainly talk about religion, but I would think that, like, something like this would spark the interest of a channel like that. I think the only, like, political non-religion related channel that I really watch is Second Thought, and I'm not sure if he's talked about it because I haven't kept up with him recently. I wouldn't be surprised if he had, but also I know that that's may not be something that's kind of his style of content, but I still think he should talk about it, obviously, because of what I said earlier. I think a lot of people struggle to find what is and isn't real around things like this because of misinformation. Yeah, I mean, absolutely, especially like because the website itself is kind of innocuous looking from the cover. Like, I wasn't even sure if it was the official website or if it was some unrelated thing from like the search result. Sorry, I know I'm going like really, I'm in a mood about this, obviously. Okay, I'm gonna do an ad break and then I'll finish up the stream if anyone has any questions or stuff to talk about unrelated or whatever, but I'm gonna do an ad break and then we'll come back. Okay, I think the ad break is over. It does not tell me. So if it's not, I'm sorry to anyone who is still watching an ad. But I appreciate anyone who watched the ad. Even though I have YouTube Vanced, so I don't do that, and I'm petty, but whatever.
I pay for premium.
Yeah, premium makes significantly less money for creators, though, which is an L, but also I don't make any money for creators because I use YouTube Vanced, so I don't get a...
Premium viewers, like, you make less from having... That's
Yeah.
so messed up.
Yeah.
Because
They keep more of it.
I'm paying.
Yeah. I don't get to criticize you for that, though, considering I just don't have any ads on. Sometimes I turn them on for people I like, but most people I like are also already completely demonetized, so... Okay. Well, I'm just gonna talk to the chat for a minute, and then head off, but... Yeah, obviously I'm pissed about this, and everyone else should be pissed about it, and I would appreciate if people would send the article in the description, or the stream, or any other article talking about this. I'll have more of them in the description than what I have now as well. But yeah, the title is accurate, honestly. I mean, honestly, I think the best thing that people can do is advocate at this point, vote if you're American, whatever, because there's not really any protests or anything about this. I don't know what you would even donate to other than just general, left-wing things like the Freedom from Religion Foundation or BLM or Resources for Illegal Immigrants, things like that. Which, again, after this is uploaded, I'll have some resources for that in the description. Handmaid's Tale is a book and show that is about a theocratic America, specifically a very sexist...
And it's got very sensitive topics that come on early. I think you said that they go away later, but, it does a hand in illustrating
it's a very... Casper, please don't. I don't.
Casper, as a minor, don't watch.
Yeah, as a minor, don't watch it or read the book or something. Please, like it's not relevant to understanding this. I'm just using it as an example and honestly a click on the video thing. So do not, please.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's what Fox said.
It's very fucked up.
But yeah, I'm just pissed. Okay, well, I'm gonna end the stream now. Please, if you're, still on, like maybe later tonight, like in a couple hours, check back on this video because if you are able to donate to things or whatever, because I'll be adding some resources and stuff to the description as well, if that's something that you're able to do. I don't know exactly what, again, would directly be to this, but I'm just going to link probably the FFRA and see if I can find some credible charities for illegal immigrants, because that's a big part of this too, and climate change shit and whatever. So, yeah. Thank you guys for watching. Sorry to kill your day with this information, I guess, but ha det.